Welcome to another episode of The Daily Practice. The window is open, the request lines are open, the hourglass is flipped, and the sand is falling. Let's get to work. Here he is, our troubadour, Nathan Moore.
Or I don't stand a chance. I'll sing my song, it won't take long. I'll do my little dance, singing to the exit sign is tied behind the lids. I think of things, a list of things I do as love forbids. I do as love forbids, boys, I do as love forbids. Well, I won't pull the wool or play the wool. I won't pull the wool or play the fool. Can't pretend to be proper at all. There's only one, she's gone, oh God, I'm no good at all. Tell me, yeah, they say they love the way I write, but they can't feel the painful wings, they only see the flight. They're not there in the wee hours when the clock keeps striking one, and I sit and stare and know full well why my baby gone. Why my baby gone, boys, why my baby gone. Well, I won't pull the wool or play the fool, can't pretend to be proper at all. There's only one, she's gone, oh God, I'm no good at all. Playing this fast. And every time I try to tie myself to a makeshift cross, it's either funny or I make money. The way to the point is tossed like a bottle out into the ocean, hurtling off into space. In the dark I leave my mark, shows no signs of grace. Shows no signs of grace, boys, shows no signs of grace. But I won't pull the wool or play the fool, can't pretend. But I won't pull the wool or play the fool, can't pretend to be proper at all. She's gone, oh God, I'm no good at all. But I won't pull the wool or play the fool, can't pretend to be proper at all. There's only one, she's gone, oh God, I'm no good at all. Man, I didn't realize how hard it is to play that fast. My goodness, I haven't played that fast in a long time. I want to do it again. One more time from the top. Welcome to practice. Welcome to practice. Hope you're doing all right out there. Big week here, big for me. Doing a big show Saturday night, my first time out in public in quite a while for an actual set of music. It's going to be like 30 minutes, 40 minutes maybe tops. And it's this Saturday at Sagebird Ciderworks. And hopefully I'll be playing to a lot of ears that have never heard me before. And so I'm dedicating this week of practice to my set there on Saturday night. I would like to have the set list known by tomorrow. So, in a way, by the end of practice tonight, although I know the clock is ticking. And then I want to perform that set every night this week. I want to develop real muscle memory and go in there. I mean, I'm treating this like it's a 30-minute special on a primetime television show. Not just a gig in a bar. I don't want to wing it necessarily at all. I will if I have to, or I will if inspiration hits. But I like to walk in there knowing exactly what I want myself to do, down to the banter in between songs, if there is going to be any. I know the banter can be the most important part of the show. There was a moment last night when I was crafting a set list. I was like, man, it's only 30 minutes. Maybe I'll just segue one song into the next. just because I got on a little bit of a roll with the set list. I was like, oh, I could segue that into that. I was like, what if I just segued every song and got as many songs into, like, did way more songs in 30 minutes than anybody would ever think possible. But then I woke up today thinking, oh, but the promoter even, has been watching the daily practice and described me as somebody with the funny. The funny. I have the funny. Apparently, I have the funny. And I would not have known what he was talking about if I hadn't just accidentally clicked on one of those early in the morning news shows that we did a year or so ago. That still is, I see those videos and I click on one from time to time, and every time I click on a early in the morning afternoon news show, if you've never seen any of those, I highly recommend it. Most of them have like 24 views or something, but I watch it and I'm like, oh my God, this is like some of my finest work. It's just pure riffing off the headlines every day. And I have the funny. It's in there. I saw it. I was laughing out loud. I was at my own sense of humor, which is sort of the way that works, I think. I hope that's true, Jewel. Thanks for the words of confidence and encouragement. Well, maybe I should try one. There's here. I'll show you this real quick. Oops. Here's let's see. Kethra's original list is right here. Who Am I, Down to the Wire, Never Settle for Less, Percy's Song, Ambrosia Drunk, Holler and Hope, Shining Like Sunlight, One of Us Standing. Last night I came up with Who Am I, Summertime Bank, To You, Holler and Hope, The Real World, One of Us Standing, Shining Like Sunlight. Magpie suggests Now's the Time, and that could sort of go where Summertime Bank is here, so that's what I started working on here, is swapping out Summertime Bank. Why don't we just start the set, and I wish I already had a set so I could time it, but I guess it's too soon to start worrying about that too much. So I'll just start the set, and we'll see, and I'll probably stop. I'll try not to stop, but we don't really have a set list for me to follow yet, so I'm bound to stop. Funky Foot versus You Do Gots the Funny. The Funny. Well, I wish it upon everyone. Everyone's got the funny, as far as I can tell. Some people more intentionally than others. Oh, man. I got the funny, but not the sound effects to back it up. I was just trying to give myself a little laugh track there. Significant fail. All right, so Who Am I think is going to be the opener no matter what. Seems like a nice classic beginning. We can't be afraid to tell a little story. It's just a half an hour. It doesn't have to be the whole gambit, or it could be. Do we try to get it all in there, all aspects of myself? The funny, the insightful, I don't know what. The punk, the trickster. Banter while tuning. Those are some old tricks I still haven't learned. All right, so here we go. Somebody introduce me. Who's going to introduce me? All right, how about a big hand for Nathan Moore? Oh, yay, thank you. Oh, shucks, wow. Really sounds like a theater full of people here in this little cider shop. So do I say anything before the first song? Or do I just stay mysterious? Stare at everybody through my sunglasses, because I'm definitely going to be wearing sunglasses, right? No, that's always... I've tried wearing sunglasses. This is the first hat I've been able to wear for more than a minute without... The sad, the funny, the sad. Right. So I guess I'll just be like, thank you, and just start my first song. Thank you, Jeff. Great intro. Who am I shouted on the corner of two streets? Who am I went looking to the bottom of a bottle? I'm somewhere between Baudelaire and Mad Magazine, just sitting there. Full throttle, but I don't think God makes mistakes, and I don't think I'm really doing wrong. But some days I think I don't know what I'm thinking I could ever write this world a song. Who am I? I played on a stage last night in Georgia. Who am I? I ate eggs in Mississippi. And on the phone I could hear it in her voice, she was naked. And I could tell she didn't miss me, but I don't think God makes mistakes, and I don't think I'm really doing wrong. Some days I think I don't know what I'm thinking I could ever write this world a song. Stranger word. Who am I? My mother, she doesn't recognize me. Why would I insult this pitiful world? Looking into the eyes such beauty, I don't think God makes mistakes, no, and I don't think I'm really doing wrong. Some days I think I don't know what I'm thinking I could ever write this world a song. Thinking I could ever write this world a song. I've never really played harmonica during that song, so that's a new attempt there. I'm not exactly sure what to do during that. I'll have to work on that. I'll try that more off air. It's tough. It's a minor key. which notes work. That's actually pretty fun. Found a little pocket there. Okay, let me stick the ending of that one more time, and we'll go into the next song. We'll see. Does it feel like a place for banter, or do I just go through the applause into the next tune? Thinking I could ever write this world a song. Thank you. They don't want you to know there's still people out there hopping trains, somewhere new by morning, dancing like sunshine in the rain. Life is on the grand adventure, all out there who are alive. Now's the time, now's the time, now's the time. Unseen forces, gorgeous wardrobes. There's magic words to part the sky. There's nothing so wrong with anyone that we can't wear wings and fly. Life is on the grand adventure, all out there who are alive. Now's the time, now's the time, now's the time. Oh, wait. Oh, weird. I have a completely different harmonica in here than I thought I did. Interesting. This is an A harmonica. I thought I had a D, but I really have to remember this because I actually like what I found in Who Am I. It's a A major harmonica, B minor version of Who Am I. Interesting. All right. I think I could just sit here and think about that in silence for a few minutes. Very interesting. Follow your ears to the music. Follow your eyes to the light. Follow your nose to the sweet perfume. Follow your tongue to the bite. Life is on a grand adventure, all out there who are alive. Now's the time, Now's the time. 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 All right. Man, I'm still thinking about that A harmonica over the B minor being sort of nice. Let me catch up with your chats here a little bit, because I definitely want y'all's input this week. We are hunkering down. This is a true practice week with an actual show. I will try to figure out how to record the show so we can see how we did at the end of it. Bean says, I like your set suggestion, replacing Summertime Bank with Never Settle for Less. Funky Foot First says, walk up to the mic and say, let's make love, and go right into it. Because that's what is happening nightly, and you're sharing your magic with those lucky some bitches. It certainly might add unneeded pressure, the love expectations when joy is purely sufficient. Wait, when Jeff said, she's said that in response to Jeff saying, if you go that route, you got to take the time to make direct eye contact with everyone individually, though. Through my sunglasses, right? Through the sunglasses. All right, so a couple of things. I thought I had a D harmonica in there, which would have meant, I'm going to try the D harmonica over, who am I, real quick? Although there's something going on there. That's just profound to me. I haven't done a lot of experimentation with harmonicas to really understand why that sort of worked. Normally in B minor I would grab a D. Just that's all I know. I'll look deeper into that after practice when I'm just in here by myself. But that is pretty interesting. But the other reason I'm hanging here for a second is because if I'm going to use the A harmonica, and if I do Now's the Time next, then I would have to switch harmonicas, which would be a banter moment possibly, because otherwise if I use the D harmonica, I could segue one song into the other, smooth, seamless. Like, oh my God, so pro. Rebecca says, petition to add Safe and or You Got This to the set list. Somehow I don't know what I'd cut, but those are faves. And to that feel very you. All right. I mean, it's a tough one because the set in a way should each song is a piece of the puzzle that is the picture that we're presenting. We get to present one picture basically, and each song is a piece of the puzzle that we'll be putting together, and should be, when you put in the last piece, you're like, voila, there it is. I see the whole picture. I don't always have to think like that, but I am thinking like that now. Hey, howdy, Shell. Looking forward to the podcast tomorrow night. Life is bingo. If you have a link for your YouTube channel, you should throw that in there. That'll pop up on our Discord server as well. I know a lot of people in here have been clamoring for directions to that party. I thought, is the podcast, it's an audio thing, right? I woke up this morning, one of my first thoughts is I should do their podcast with puppets. Okay, so any thoughts about those being the first two songs? If you're just tuning in, we are trying to piece together exactly what the set is going to be for this Saturday night. I would like to get the set sort of in stone so I could perform it each night this week before going onto the actual stage. Carl says, I feel like you're cheating them if you don't do Used to Be a Ramblin' Man. Well, we don't want to cheat anybody. But what I want to hear is how y'all feel like your calls work with the set, where they should be in the order. It's such a short set, we can really sort of treat it that way. Like, I see Used to Be a Ramblin' Man maybe like in the 5th position, right after this, right before this, and it sets up this because, and or like talk about it in relationship to the set. Think about it in terms of relationship to the set. This song because you don't have an upbeat number, or this one really is like the peanut butter to the jelly of this song, like it pieces of a puzzle, how they interlock. Brenda's liking those two do sort of flow nice out of each other. I hadn't thought of Now's the Time. I'm glad you said that, Magpie, because it's sort of in the wheelhouse where I was already thinking. And then, so after Now's the Time, if we stick with this, we'll stick with this for now. Now's the time, now's the time. Boy, I've never planned a banter, but I do like the idea of this. But let's say next would be Never Settle for Less. Is that the case? That's what this list says. So let's just see how that feels. Now's the time, now's the time, now's the time. Thank you, thank you. Now that I've seen the Golden Highway, now that I've heard from the best, now that I've had a real woman, I'll never settle for less. Saw with my own eyes a true magician. I swear she pulled my secret from her chest. Well, I tried, but I just could not explain it. Now I'll never settle for less. The only trouble is the midnight melting, exploring the heights upon wings of excess. It's a long, long fall to the palace of wisdom, but I'll never settle for less. The question here is to harmonica or not harmonica. I could just get into my fingers on this one. Keep the harmonica not in every song. On the other hand, I do have this nice rocket neon green A flat harmonica that would love to hop on, but I haven't played a lot of harmonica on this tune. Once I heard a melody so sweet it made me cry. It felt to me like a caress that took away all my worries. I'll never settle for less. Now that I've laid in that river just one more day and I'll be blessed. I got too much love left to give her, and I'll never settle for less. Lately I've been spilling all over, even lost my keys just leaning west. 'Cause that's when I was graceful. Now I'll never settle for less. No, I'll never settle for less. Thank you. Appreciate it. All right, let me see here. See what the think tank is thinking. Magpie says, I feel like now's the time should be later in the set. Could never settle, follow Who Am I? Maybe. Carl says, my full thought. Used to be a Ramblin Man goes toward the end. Ooh, y'all are all trying to get your songs at the end. Toward the end, and banter about nightly practice from home each night, and Nichols and join our group of merry watchers. Jeff says, I love that song. If you're going to include it, it makes me think. Keep in mind, it used to be a Ramblin' Man is it would probably be the longest song of the set so far, except for maybe One of Us Standing. Might clock in about the same, but they're probably both like 5-minute tunes. So it's a lot of real estate. Used to be a Ramblin' Man would take up, and I feel like it has to have a narrative role. I did think about it because it does have a narrative role, because it's sort of, a lot of these songs are older songs, and Used to be a Ramblin' Man is sort of harkens to the moment a little bit more than the others do of where I am at the moment. So it almost could follow Who Am I, but it's a slow sitter. Not exactly sure it's a showcase piece, but it might be. I mean, we got to think about this like we're auditioning for something. I don't know what, like a South by Southwest showcase or something. Jeff says, I love that song, talking about Used to be a Ramblin' Man. If you were to include it, it makes me think of building a list that acts as a short overview of your story so far. I've thought about that, like the Who Am I, in some way as an introduction to new ears. Is there a quick way I could tell the story of my life in between and with the songs themselves? I do like that idea. So you'd have to play some songs from where you were a Ramblin' Man first, so people have a point of reference, but I'm too green to know what those are. Guy says, Summertime Bank, Who Am I, then Banter, 10-ish seconds, then Never Settle for Less. Ooh, start with Summertime Bank. Interesting. Sort of undermines that sort of classic Who Am I intro. Like it changes the role of Who Am I, like what is it now? If you start with Summertime Bank's the introduction to who I am. But I'm not saying it doesn't work, just thinking out loud. So he's saying Summertime Bank, Who Am I, 10 seconds of banter. What's 10 seconds of banter? Knock, knock. I was trying to think of a good knock-knock joke. I digress. Small initial. Hi, I'm Nathan. Glad to be here after the first song to prove you are not an automaton, right? Or at least that you could be a superbly programmed one. I love it. Also, don't play harmonica on every song. Definitely let your fingers do some work for a few of them. Thank you, Jeff. That's good advice. Yeah, at High Sierra, it's going to be like an hour and a half. I have this really terrible, funny memory of one year High Sierra. The porch was really going off, and that's, an all-night affair. And I had this afternoon set, my classic Sunday afternoon set at High Sierra, sort of one of my classic things that I love. But I had partied so hard that weekend, and I had so little steam by the time my Sunday afternoon set came down. And I played my set, and I thought I tricked them. I thought I'd made it. I thought I'd pulled it off. I get off, and somebody comes running up to me, and they're like, "Nathan, you still have like 40 minutes." I'm like, oh, what? Like 40 more minutes? I was just like, no. And I went back up there and I played a bunch more songs, and I was like, all right, well, man, that was a mess. And I came off and they're like, "Nathan, you still got 15 minutes. It was oh my God, it was so bad. I think I really left twice and had to go back. Like, oh, okay. Pretended like they were encores, but they were not. They were not that at all. Yeah. Okay, so Funky Foot first. Who Am I? Never Settle for Less. Now's the Time. Banter. All right. Used to be a Ramblin Man. That's got a flow to it. Then Safe, and then Thank You Life. That's almost the whole set. No Shining Like Sunlight. No. I don't necessarily mind cutting One of Us Standing. It's such a Davis anthem rocker that I always try too hard when I'm by myself, and it always feels a little strange. But I do think it's one of my best songs, so I like just getting it in there anywhere. Magpie suggests on Funky Foot first set to swap Used to Be and Now's the Time. Oh, that's not bad. Never Settle for Less. And then Used to Be a Ramblin' Man is interesting. Oh, Gee says, I just want to hear Who Am I after your nerves have settled. Look at that. Such a wise man you are. Dark Stars like, I had nothing to do with that Sunday set. Just saying. Just knock, knock. Who's there? Who? Ladies and gentlemen, American Night Owl, Nathan Moore. Still got it. All right, here you go. Knock, knock. I'll just go up there. Ladies and gentlemen, Nathan Moore. Thank you. Thank you. Knock, knock. Who's there? Who? That's really bad. Okay, so we're saying, let's try this idea. Who Am I? Never Settle for Less. Then Used to Be a Ramblin' Man. Now somebody time Used to Be a Ramblin' Man. I could maybe look at my clock. All right, so should practice all the things. Here we go. Oh, I'll never settle for less. I'll never settle. Thank you. Thank you very much. This is a song I wrote on the last trip I ever took. This isn't an illness. It's no strange disease. It's just stillness against a maddening breeze that carries those old songs bending the trees. But I ain't going, I'm hunkered down on my knees, and it's hard. No one around here can understand. It's hard. See, I used to be a rambling man. There's signs along the highway, but then there's signs along the highway. Stay and read between the lines, and you're sure to find your way. God, I love that living, that life. I swore I'd never stray. But I ain't going, no, I'm going to stay. And it's hard. No one around here can understand. It's hard. See, I used to be a rambling man. Don't know where you're going or how you're getting there. You just won't believe the magic that rises right out of thin air. And it's hard to find that in an old rocking chair. But I ain't going. Now I'm a really good stop for those that dare. And it's hard. No one around here could understand. It's hard. See, I used to be a rambling man. I shaved a little bit of time off of it by not doing the harmonica solo through the entire progression, cut that in half of what I normally do. That sort of worked for me, kept it moving along. So what was the time on that? I like both. I could see the Magpie says, now's the time should be last. I do love that. I also think shining like sunlight could be last would be good. All right. Yeah, definitely cut some time off that. 3:45, including the intro. I don't know if that was a good line. I just tried that. I was winging that banter. The last trip I ever took. I do sort of like the Never Settle for Less. Used to be a Ramblin Man. Who am I? Never Settle for Less. Used to be a Ramblin Man is sort of, without, me saying a whole lot, I'm sort of telling a story at that point. But what would follow used to be a Ramblin' Man? What did people think of that intro? Who am I? Never settle for less. Here, I should write this down. Gotta write this down. Then what? Funky Foot liked the line. Here, I should make a note on that then. Never settle for less. Parentheses, maybe. Here's a song I wrote on the last trip I ever took. That might even be true. I'm not sure. Oops. My talk to text is now writing all this. Stop it. All right, so after Ramblin' Man would be Sunlight Now? I don't know. That's two pretty slow songs back to back. I feel like people might start falling asleep a little bit. I feel like Shining Like Sunlight should be set up so it can knock something down. Scooby says so many songs to fit in 30 minutes, but Summertime Bankin' and Chicken and Rice seem like really good cider sipping songs to me. How about, there you go. Oh, Ramblin' Man, Chicken and Rice. There's something. Never going out there again. Oh, we're telling a story. We are storytellers now. Chicken and Rice. I don't have to change harmonica. I used to be a rambling man. Thank you so much. Chicken and rice on the stove, so nice to behold. Pitter of feet, I'm not alone. It's not just me. Home. And I ain't ever going out there again. Not onto the road, not into the wind. Gonna stay right here with my family and friends. Hey, we need more wood. We need more wood for the fire. Sure feels good to be home. Coast to coast, day to night, it's all good, but there's no place like home. Home. And I ain't ever going out there again. Not onto the road, not into the wind. Gonna stay right here with my family and friends. In my big warm bed, been letting it go to my head. I'm home. Home. And I ain't ever going out there again. Not onto the road, not into the wind. Gonna stay right here with my family and friends. Not onto the road, not into the wind. Gonna stay right here with my family and friends. Thank you. Now that one, gonna have to think about the arrangement on that. I'm so used to playing that like at a pick or something where like Rennie will take one and so will take one. But when I'm by myself, I don't want to take more than one. And so it doesn't really get broken up very good. I feel like that Big Warm Bed is sort of a tag verse, but it comes right after the chorus, and then we're back into the chorus again. I feel like it's a little bit much. We could cut a verse. If you were to cut a verse, what would it be? Coast to coast? I don't know. Big Warm Bed? Maybe we just cut the Big Warm Bed. Maybe it's just verse, verse, chorus, verse, harmonica solo, verse, and then final chorus. How about that? Anybody? How? Ooh, I already missed my Big Warm Bed. Not the verse though, but the feeling I get every time I see it, just curling into those pillows in my mind. But Carl says, cutting the Big Warm Bed, not bringing the looper. Is going to keep it very simple. No, nothing, just 3 chords and the truth. A guitar, harmonica, just the standard issue. No other instruments, no banjo, no dobro. Boy, I tell you what, there was a couple of days there I thought for sure I was going to do this show all on dobro. I'm glad I stepped back from the ledge there a little bit. I had it bad for a second. All right. Well, we're about it. I guess, I mean, we're officially out of time, but we're working here. We are.
Nathan, are you practicing down there?
Yeah, she could tell. She knows I am. We are doing some good work here tonight. I like, no matter what, even if we change it. You know, I thought of something towards the end of that. There is also more than one ways I could make this happen, but in I do have some Pete Seeger chops, and there is like the old like repeat after me thing that almost always works. In the bottom of the canyon, all your dreams come true. All your dreams come true. Only one way down there, is not to. One wrong turn is a mighty great fall. When you're young, you do things the hard way. When you're old, you hardly do things at all. I do have a few of those that y'all don't know a whole lot about or some of you maybe have never even heard them at all because I don't do them on the live stream because they are such sing-along songs. It's almost the way they were written that I don't even know how to sing them unless I'm in a room of people. So they're something like that to get the crowd all singing along. It's a whole thing. The thing I love about that one as a sing-along is people impress themselves, because when I go to that minor chord, they all get a little nervous, but then they just sing whatever comes naturally, and it's just they're just staying on the major, but it makes them feel really cool. They're like, one wrong turn is a mighty great fall, I'm like, oh my God, you can see them all just patting themselves on the back. Like, holy moly, we just did that. I just did that. I did that. It's a pretty good feeling. Mike's in here. He's like, my brother and I will find you a piano if that's what you... No, don't do that. We don't want to bite off more than we can chew. I love that, though. All right, so we're looking at Who Am I? Never Settle for Less, Ramblin Man, Chicken and Rice, then what? Where are we? Then Holler and Hope. Is Chicken and Rice a good call? I'm not exactly sure. I know it's a really fun picker song, but I'm not exactly sure it's a great solo troubadour, although I do like stepping it up there. I just have to like remember to breathe and pace myself and not push it too hard and just let the actual nature of the song do the heavy lifting as opposed to trying to oversell it. That's the trick. Funky Foot first. Who am I? Never settle for less. Ramblin' Man, Chicken and Rice, safe and shining. That's too much. Then Thank You Life. That's a little too much there. Holler and Hope. Reading my mail there. We both have the same thought on that. I do like the narrative thing. So narratively, if we're like, who am I? Never settle for less. I'm somebody that used to travel a lot. Ramblin' Man. Now I don't. Chicken and Rice, and I'm cool with that. Now Holler and Hope. Are we now like in a different comic book, or is this part of the same story? Carl wants to know where Protest Song is going to go at this point. So after Chicken and Rice. After Chicken and Rice, we could probably do Shining Like Sunlight. Let me see something real quick while we're here. Could Chicken and Rice benefit from not cross-harping, but blowing straight with a G harmonica? Then I'm going to sing the chorus and then try Shining Like Sunlight after Chicken and Rice. See how we feel about that. More fun. No, I ain't ever going out there again. Not onto the road, not into the wind. Gonna stay right here with my family and friends. Thank you, thank you. We are falling, but can aspire. We can go for what's out of reach, and we might just get lucky, and the stretching is something, at least. We are dreamers on pillowed clouds. It's too much trouble to look down. There's a madman wailing out there. There's a rational fear of clowns. So if you see me, I hope you see me shine, like it's all gonna be alright. Shining like sunlight, shining like sunlight on a never-ending night. We are empty, overflowing. We are broken, stronger than before. Oh, I might not know where I'm going, but I'm not going back no more. We are not just some mother or father, sorry. We are not just son or daughter. We are also the great blue heron, standing tall in the shallow water. So if you see me, I hope you see me shining like it's all gonna be alright. Shining like sunlight, shining like sunlight on a never-ending night. Felt so weird to play a harmonica over the solo section after spending all that time working on the guitar solo on the recording. I just want to do that, but there's no way to do both. But that did not work. I don't feel like we're at the finish line yet, and I did have a sense singing that it is a nice ending song. It's a nice leaving song, but it is nice there too. So what would we follow that with? And I am going to have to not stray too far from the hour format here, but I would like to get this set list in stone tonight. Funky Foot first says, still think Safe should come in after the Banter after Shining. And Carl says, then you got this, and thank you life to send them off. Ooh, you got this. Maybe Safe, I feel like it's two real slow songs back to back. It's asking a lot, especially for people that have never heard any of the songs before. Brenda says, so far you've played Who Am I, Never Settle for Less, Ramblin Man, Chicken and Rice, Shining Like Sunlight. Maybe this is the time for speaking to the audience, then a song or two to wrap up. What do I say? Please sign the mailing list. Please sign the mailing. Oh man, the early days of the amusement, the mailing list was everything. And we're talking mailing list. And it was everything. It was the secret to our early days' success. When we started doing the mailing list, and it was just the most important thing. And then we would make postcards, and then we'd write everybody's full address, and we'd send them in the mail. You would get our tour dates for you to post on your fridge. It was a whole thing. Oh, now's the time, and Holler and Hope are getting forgotten in the process here. So Holler and Hope after Shining Like Sunlight. Let's just see how that feels. Let's see if I'm right that these are a bunch of slow stuff. But Shining Like Sunlight does have that anthemic thing that maybe a Safe or Holler and Hope could follow that. So if you see me, I hope you... Sorry. So if you see me, I hope you see me shine like it's all gonna be alright. Shining like sunlight, shining like sunlight on a never-ending night. Thank you. Thank you very much. All right, I have to capo and change harmonicas, so that would be a good time to say something. I don't know what, though. Actually, Scooby I haven't talked to you about talking about this, but we have some really cool Jeff designed business card circles that I'm going to put one on every table, so I'll have that point of reference. Everybody look on your table. There should be feel free to grab that. There's a QR code on the back that will take you to my website and will show you everything about my YouTube channel. I'll think about this through a little bit more, but that would be a good time to plug those and let people know to come on over. Red Rover, Red Rover. So glad the world can't hear 'em. So glad the world can't hear my thoughts. If the world could hear my thoughts. I wonder why the camera is blurry. What got into you? Am I breathing? Yeah, there they are. Look at that in the window. How about that? That's what they look like. They're pretty awesome. I'm not sure why the camera is doing that. I don't even know what button I would hit on this to make it do something else. What if I do that? What if I really freak it out? What are y'all doing in there? All right, we know you're in there. Well, now we'll never know if one song follows the other. All right, let's see. Shining like sunlight, shining like sunlight on a never-ending night. Thank you so much. Well, this has all really been a real treat. I've got a couple more songs for you. If you look on your tables, there are some wonderful business cards. They're circular. They got my visage on the front and a QR code on the back. And if you use that QR code, it'll bring you into our online world, our pillow fort on the World Wide Web, where I sing my songs every night for an hour. Monday through Friday, called The Daily Practice. We have a great group of people that all get together every weeknight to sing songs and hang out on the porch. Don't fight over those. I got plenty, and if you didn't get one, just come up to me. I'll be happy to hook you up. Wait, break. Hey, I said don't fight. There's no need for this. We have plenty of these. Please, listen. All right. So glad the world can't hear my thoughts. If the world could hear my thoughts, from this world I'd likely be shot like a cannon leave the light on, yes I do. Climb up to where I love the view. Sometimes the dark comes shining through like a cannonball. The cuckoo bird is not the best. Watch it rob the robin's nest. Watch it swallow the swallow's eggs. Such a sweet song. I would never think to judge. There's nothing evil in a flood. Don't worry, I forgive you, bud. Such a sweet song. For everything there is a time. For every justice there's a cry. We might not see, we might not shine. Someone will. And when you fall down in a hole, you don't care who drops the rope. All you can do is holler and hope. Someone will. Thank you very much. Well, I really want to thank everybody. What a special night. It's been such a treat, and it's been very exciting to have something to get terrified over. I tell you what, someone said on my show in the chat the other night, pressure is a privilege. And that just rang that bell in my heart. Y'all keep up the good work now. Give them heaven. Show mercy. Be silly, be honest, and always trust your cape. Here's hoping they can reach us. You know, life's finest teachers, the ones to show us how to do what must be done. And I don't mean abstractly, I mean matter-of-factly, the nuts and bolts of flying to the sun. But who can show us where to look? How will we know what must be done? I know it's written in a million books, but we can't read every one. Some say God has a plan for every woman, child, and man, of all the things to think that might be true. And I don't mean abstractly, I mean matter-of-factly. I can't play piano, can you? But who can show us what it meant when first a string tied to a bow? How do we find our instrument? Who knows? Who knows? Who knows? Who knows? it's a sort of prayer to get up and go out there, to know your feet can find a sacred path. And I don't mean abstractly, I mean matter of factly. Once you're on it, you ain't ever looking back. I have no idea how it works from where we get our gifts, but each of us, I am sure, is something nobody else is. You got this, 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 you got this. Thank you so much. Thank you. All right, so that was Shining Like Sunlight, Holler and Hope. All right, Rebecca, if I get an encore, I'll do Thank You Life. We'll put that in the encore slot. Perhaps that would be the right call. Okay, this has been some good actual work, folks. We really did some actual work. I'm proud. Holler and Hope, you got this. All right, I'll erase these banter notes just because they're confusing my brain. All right. So this is what we're looking at the moment. Now that's Who Am I? Is there something I left out there? Who Am I? Never Settle for Less. Ramblin Man. Chicken and Rice. Shining Like Sunlight. Holler and Hope. You Got This. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 songs. All right, so at around 4 minutes each, which is maybe conservative, that's a half hour right there, folks. That is a half hour. Yeah, it's not bad, Rebecca. LT, so good to see you. I hope you've been doing good. LT is in the house, says, yeah, that is a great closing song. I like what Carl suggested with the sing-along at the end of the song. I'm not exactly sure how to lead that or how to encourage that for people that have never heard the song before. I'm not sure. It's less intuitive. I feel like I've tried that spontaneous, you got this sing-along on that song, and it didn't work. Did not work. At the moment, there's no Now's the Time in there, Magpie. I do see that. It's missing a lot. Oh, have you been a day watcher of the daily practice? I hope that's what you. I love that, even if that's not what you mean. I do love that in general. It's a wonderful thing. The day watchers are a huge source of inspiration for me because I do always. They're a nice mystery. You and Bob Dylan, as far as I know, are two real steady. Well, that's a very all right. So what else do y'all think is missing? What do y'all feel? I'm not even sure where Now's the Time would go in that. Unless I opened with Now's the Time as just sort of like a intro song. There's no sing-along song here. The When You're Young, You Do Things the Hard Way could be a fun one. I don't know. There's a lot of questions here. I don't know. Kethra will definitely be on the ground. Maybe Lex will be there. It'll probably just be a stationary cam, set it and forget it kind of thing. No big production, no intrusive vibes, no crew working it. That's a way different. I feel so proud of us because I came in here with a way different idea, but we sort of collectively wrote that one. That's a set. It's a fun set. Starting with Now's the Time is not bad, and we could keep. I could trim that. I already don't know what to do with the harmonica yet in Now's the Time, so we could just find some simple little thing this week to go there, just as a thing without it being any big deal, just to keep it really quick. Does it undermine Who Am I, or is it a nice little get Guy his idea where I'll be more relaxed when it comes time for Who Am I, so it doesn't have that nervous first song energy that does not benefit Who Am I. I thought that was a very wise observation from Guy there. I know that you were thinking later in the set, but you'd probably rather have it first than never. Oh, I can't think straight. Look at that. Ding, ding. We'd have to cut one for Summer of My Fall at this point. That's a pretty long song as well. Yes, it's missing a hell of a lot. I like that. I hope there's no set we could come up with that wouldn't be missing a hell of a lot. But it also covers some real good ground there, too. So I'm psyched about that. All right, well, I'll definitely be thinking about this particular set tonight. I'll think about maybe some banter in between. Tomorrow night, I'll probably, we'll do the arriving song as the curtains open on the practice, and I'll probably be telling some stories about the podcast I just did, and then I'll perform this set. I'm going to post it right now on the porch in Discord, so you guys can comment on that and give me your notes. But give yourselves a hand. That was some good work. A lot of ideas were shared and heard and affected the outcome, and it's a hard thing to do, and we just did it. We just did it like we're just paid to do it. Like that's just what we do. Pretty cool. Tech support, did you make it where you were going? Are you tuning in from the other coast at this point? Brenda says, banter should be kind of quick since you have a lot of songs. I hear that. And, yeah, but at the same time, it should exist. There was moments last night I was like, maybe I don't need it. But then I remembered that really like one good piece of banter can sell you forever into the heart of a listener, especially as a troubadour. One good story, just to make somebody laugh is such a gift, and that is a gift I have to give. But there's just a lot of room there, and as a folk singing troubadour, showing the ability to do that can really be a very big deal. When I go to see Greg Brown or Todd Snyder, I'm going for the stories. I love the songs, but the reason I really want to see him live is because I want to know what he's going to say next. I can't wait till the song ends. I just want to hear what they're going to say in between the songs. Truth be told, that's really why I get there early and want to get a good seat. And I do have some of those chops. But a half-hour set does not lend itself to that exploration, that's for sure. So that's one of the reasons why forethought could really serve us well. So think about all these things. If you have a moment, a eureka moment, I don't care when it is, go ahead and hop on the porch and share it with all of us. Like, you should tell the story about when you blah, blah, blah right before to set up yada, yada. I can work with that. We can do something with that. If I thought of a specific story I should tell, that always works. Always works. All right. Great work, folks. See you tomorrow. I'll be back like clockwork. You can count on me. Now, y'all keep up the good work. Y'all give them heaven.